Okay, angles. The Babylonians, who counted things by 60s, decided that the best way to measure a circle was with 6 60s, thus dividing each circle into 360 degrees. So to go all the way around a circle is 360 degrees. And by that reasoning, to go halfway around a circle is 180 degrees, and to go half of that is to go 90 degrees. And that is what we call a right angle, because it's the right angle for putting up walls and posts and things that you don't want to topple over. You want to balance something, that's the angle you try to make with the table. And so, just with this sort of concept, some things kind of make sense. Now, if you have one line, then you have 180 degrees around any particular point that you want. If you have two lines, then what happens? Well, if one line is going off like this, and this is, say, 40 degrees, then this has to be x, where x plus 40 is 180, so you subtract 40 from both sides, and you see that x is 140. Usually you can kind of do this in your head. So if that's 40, this is 140. Now already, this gives us one kind of cool result. If two lines meet, if this angle is, say, 30 degrees, then this one is 150 degrees, enough to add up to 180. And then if you look at this line, you see that the two angles on this line, that and the 150 and this, have to add up to 180 degrees as well. So this is 30 degrees, which tells you that these two angles are the same. And that always happens. These are called vertical angles. Vertical angles. And vertical angles are always congruent. Anytime you have two lines meet, these two angles will be the same. If you have, well, what else can two lines do? Two lines either meet or they don't meet. Two lines that don't meet are called parallel lines. These are the sorts of lines that are the opposite sides of a parallelogram, or a trapezoid has two sides that are parallel. Not so exciting. When you get down to having three lines, then you have some interesting things. They could all meet at one point, in which case this angle is the same as this one, and this angle is the same as this one, and this angle is the same as this one, because we're just dealing with them as vertical angles. This angle is the same as this one, and so on. They could meet at three different points, like this, and then let's see, if this is A, then this is A, and if this is B, then this is B, and if this is C, then this is C, and the three angles add up to 180 degrees, and so on, and around here, these two are the same, and then this is 180 degrees minus A, and so on. But the most interesting case is when you have three lines meet such that two of them are parallel, and the notation for parallel, we usually use little arrows like that, and the third one intersecting. In which case, not only, let's say this one was, I don't know, 20 degrees. This is 20 degrees, then this is 160, and this one is 20, and this one is 160. But furthermore, if these lines are parallel, then this one is also 20 and 160 and 20 and 160. And it is astonishing how much vocabulary there is. I'm not going to expect you to memorize this, but this angle and this angle are called opposite interior angles. And let's see, this angle and this angle, this is called the exterior angle, and this is the adjacent angle. Anyway, this always happens with parallel lines, and this in fact can be used to prove why the three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Because if this is A, and this is B, and this is C, then what you do is you create a parallel line through this top vertex that's parallel to the bottom. And if you look at it, these two lines are parallel, and this line intersects, and so this A here is the same as, well, it's the same as this angle here, because they are let's see, opposite interior angles, alternate interior angles. Similarly, these two lines are parallel, and this is a transversal crossing across. And so if this angle is C, then this angle is C. In which case you can see that the three angles of the triangle A, B, and C are the same as the three angles A, B, and C of a straight line. And that is why A plus B plus C add up to 180 degrees.